Hello everyone, welcome to Math5. Today we'll be covering the second topic for GCSE Higher Maths Paper 2, courtesy of cube number. Here is an exam style question to go through together. Brahim is thinking of a number. He subtracts 249 to the number and subsequently calculates the cube root of the answer. The answer is 14. What number did Brahim think of? 3 marks. I'll show you how to get full marks for this question and how to break them down step by step. So when we work out this question and we don't know the number that Brahim is thinking of, we can say let x equal to the number that we're trying to look for. So the next piece of information is that he subtracted 249 to the number. That means x minus 249. Then he also mentions that they cube rooted that particular answer. So that means we need to do cube root of x minus 249, and that would equal to 14. So let's write this. Cube root of x minus 249 is equal to 14. Next, we need to get rid of the cube root, and the only way we can do this is cubing 14. So x minus 249 is equal to 14 cube. That's your first mark. When you do 14 cube, so x minus 249 is equal to 2744. That's your 2 marks secure. Now to get the final mark, we need to make x the subject. X is equal to 2744 plus 249. That will give us our final answer of x is equal to 2993. These are your 3 marks secured. I hope that was useful. Thank you so much for listening. Hello everyone, welcome to Math5. Today we'll be covering the 6th topic for GCSE Higher Maths Paper 2, courtesy of products or product rule for counting. Here is an exam style question to go through together. During a food tasting event, 450 chefs exchange high fives with one another exactly once. How many high fives occur in total? 3 marks. I'll show you how to get full marks for this question and how to break them down step by step. So the first important step when solving this question is to be able to know your formulas for product rule for counting. There are 2 formulas you can use. You can either use n multiplied by n minus 1 or n multiplied by n minus 1 divided by 2. When you plug in these 2 potential formulas, that will give you your first mark. Now to work out this question, we know that n is equal to 450. We can plug this into this formula. So 450 multiplied by 450 minus 1 divided by 2. That will be your second mark. When you plug this into your calculator, that will give us our final answer of n is equal to 101,025. These are your 3 marks secured. I hope that was useful. Thank you so much for listening. Hello everyone, welcome to Math5. Today we'll be covering the 3rd and 4th topic for GCSE Higher Maths Paper 2, courtesies of reciprocal and decimal places. Here is an exam style question split into 2 parts. Question 1a. Express 1.6 as a fraction in simplest form. 1 mark. Question 1b. Determine the reciprocal of your answer for part A. Give your answer as a decimal. 2 marks. I'll show you how to get full marks for both parts of the question and how to break them down step by step. So looking at question 1a, all we need to do is plug in 1.6 into our calculator. That will give us our fraction of 8 over 5. That's your full mark secured. Let us look at question 1b. We're trying to work out the reciprocal of our answer to question 1a. Reciprocal means 1 over x. And our value for question 1a is 8 over 5. So what we need to do is 1 over 8 over 5. When we do 1 over 8 over 5, our 8 over 5 fraction will flip. So that will be 5 over 8. So that's your first mark. Now, to get the final mark, we plug in 5 over 8 into our calculator to try to work out our decimal. Our decimal would be 0.625. Therefore, x is equal to 0.625. These are your 2 marks secured. I hope that was useful. Thank you so much for listening. Hello everyone, welcome to Math5. Today we'll be covering the 7th topic for GCSE Higher Maths Paper 2, courtesy of negative indices. Here is an exam style question to go through together. Work out 12 to the power of 5 times 4 to the power of 5 divided by 3 to the power of minus 2. 4 marks. I'll show you how to get 4 marks for this question and how to break them down step by step. The first important step when solving this question is to be able to work out 12 to the power of 5. 12 to the power of 5 would be equal to 248,832. That will be your first mark. Next, we work out 4 to the power of 5. So 4 to the power of 5 is equal to 1024. So these are your 2 marks secured already. To work out 3 to the power of minus 2, remember the minus 2 tells us that we need to do 1 over number squared. Therefore, 3 to the power of minus 2 means 1 over 3 squared. So when you plug this into your calculator, it would give us 1 over 9. That will be your third mark. Now to get the final mark, we plug in all of these values into this formula or our solution. So 248,832 multiplied by 1024 divided by 1 over 9, that will give us our final answer of 2.29 times 10 to the power of 9 to 3 significant figures. So these are your 4 marks secured. I hope that was useful. Thanks so much for listening. Hello everyone, welcome to Mathify. Today we'll be covering the 9th topic for GCSE Higher Maths Paper 2, courtesy of linear equations. Here is an exam style question to go through together. Solve 8 multiplied by open bracket x plus 45 close bracket equal to 649. 3 marks. Give your answer to 2 significant figures. I'll show you how to get 4 marks for this question and how to break them down step by step. The first important step when solving this question is to be able to expand the brackets here. Therefore, we need to do 8 multiplied by x plus 8 times 45. 8 multiplied by x is equal to 8x plus 8 times 45 equals 360. So you rewrite this equation as 8x plus 360 is equal to 649. That's your first mark. Next, to get the second mark, we need to make 8x the subject. Therefore, our plus 360 will be moved to the right side of the equation to make it minus 360. 8x is equal to 649 minus 360. That will give us 289. 8x is equal to 289. These are your 2 marks secured. To get the final mark, we need to make x the subject. 289 divided by 8, and when we plug this into our calculator, that will give us our final answer of x is equal to 36 to 2 significant figures. So these are your 3 marks secured. I hope that was useful. Thanks so much for listening. Hello everyone, welcome to Mathify. Today we'll be covering the 10th and 12th topic for GCSE Higher Maths Paper 2, courtesies of quadratic equation and factorization of quadratic. Here is an exam style question to go through together. Using the quadratic formula, solve x squared plus 15x plus 47. 4 marks. Give you answers to 3 significant figures. I will show you how to get 4 marks for this question and how to break them down step by step. The first important step when solving this question is to be able to know your quadratic formula off by heart. And remember that the quadratic formula is as follows. X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared take away 4ac divided by 2a. That will be your first mark. Next, we need to know which values we can plug in into the formula. Our a is equal to 1, our b is equal to 15, and our c is equal to 47. Let's plug this in into our formula. X is equal to minus 15 plus or minus square root of 15 squared take away 4 times 1 times 47 divided by 2 times 1. That's your second mark. So when we simplify this, x is equal to minus 15 plus or minus 225 minus 188 divided by 2 times 1, which is 2. Now we're going to have 2 values as our final answers. So we will break this down as x is equal to minus 15 plus square root of 225 minus 188 divided by 2, or x is equal to minus 15 minus square root of 225 take away 188 divided by 2. When we plug both scenarios into our calculator, we're going to have two values. X is equal to minus 4.46 to three significant figures, or x is equal to minus 10.5 to three significant figures. So these are your 4 marks secured. I hope that was useful. Thanks so much for listening. Hello everyone, welcome to Math Fire. Today we'll be covering the 13th topic for GCSE Higher Maths Paper 2, courtesy of Multiply Out. Here is an exam style question to go through together. Expand and simplify 34 multiplied by open bracket x plus 12 close bracket minus 8 times open bracket x plus 9 close bracket. 2 marks. I'll show you how to get 4 marks for this question and how to break them down step by step. The first important step when solving this question is to be able to expand the brackets. So we need to do 34 times x plus 34 times 12 minus 8 times x plus 8 times 9. When we do that, we will get 34x plus 34 times 12 is 408 minus 8x, because minus 8 times x is equal to minus x, minus 8 times 9 is equal to minus 72. Now we're going to simplify these together. So 34x minus 8x, that will give us 26x. 408 minus 72 will give us 336. Our final answer is 26x plus 336. These are your 2 marks secured. I hope that was useful. Thanks so much for listening. Hello everyone, welcome to Math Fire. Today we'll be covering the 19th topic for GCSE Higher Maths Paper 2, courtesy of Triangular Number. Here is an exam style question to go through together. A number in the triangular sequence is 435. Find its position in the sequence. Show all your working out. 4 marks. I'll show you how to get 4 marks for this question and how to break them down step by step. The first important step when solving this question is to be able to know your triangular number formula. There are 2 formulas that are exactly the same. Doesn't matter which one you use, as long as you get the same answer. This is very important. So you could do half n multiplied by open bracket n plus 1 close bracket, or you could use n multiplied by open bracket n plus 1 close bracket divided by 2, and that will be your formulas for triangular number. You can use any one of them. We know that our triangular number or the sequence is 435. Let us use this formula as it's easier to work out. So n multiplied by open bracket n plus 1 close bracket divided by 2 is equal to 435. Now we can get rid of this divided by 2 and make it times 2. So we will do 435 times 2 is equal to n multiplied by open bracket n plus 1 close bracket. So 870 is equal to n multiplied by open bracket n plus 1 close bracket. That's your first mark. Next we would expand the brackets here. That would be n squared, because n times n is equal to n squared, plus n times 1 is n. Therefore 870 is equal to n squared plus n. Now we need to rearrange this equation and make it equal to 0. So our 870 will be moved to the right side of the equation to make it minus 870. So n squared plus n minus 870 is equal to 0. These are your 2 marks secured. There are 3 ways to solve this. You can either use the quadratic formula, or you could do completing the square, or you could just factorize. No matter which method you use, as long as your answers are exactly the same and they are correct, this is important. So the choice of methods are entirely up to you. For my case, for my working out, I used just factorize straight away. So I thought of 2 numbers that multiply by minus 870 and add to give us n, which is 1. So the 2 numbers that satisfy this are 30 and minus 29. So I would factorize this as n plus 30 and n minus 29 is equal to 0. N plus 30 is equal to 0, or n minus 29 is equal to 0. So that would be your 3 marks. Now, to get the final mark, we would do n is equal to minus 30 or n is equal to 29. But there is a little catch. Remember, our answer can't be a negative number for triangular sequence. For triangular sequence, we don't see our n being a negative number. It just doesn't make any sense. Therefore, our only correct answer would be n is equal to 29, as our answer can't be a negative number. So these are your 4 marks secured. I hope that was useful. Thanks so much for listening. Hello everyone, welcome to Math-Fi. Today we'll be covering the 20th topic for GCSE Higher Maths Paper 2, courtesy of Share into a Ratio. Here is an exam style question to go through together. Noni and Cody split money in the ratio 24 to 46. Cody sends Ava 5/8 of his money. Who gets the greatest sum of money? Show your process to make a decision. 4 marks. I'll show you how to get 4 marks for this question and how to break them down step by step. The first important step when solving this question is to be able to work out the total ratio. So 24 plus 46 would give us 70. Next, we would try work out the percentage that Noni receives, and we need to work out the amount of money that Cody has received as a percentage. So let's start with Noni first. 24 divided by 70 multiplied by 100 will give us 34.3% to 1 decimal place. That's your first mark. Let's do the same for Cody. 46 divided by 70 multiplied by 100 will give us 65.7% to 1 decimal place. So these are your 2 marks secured. Next, we need to work out the amount of money that Ava has received by lending 5/8 from Cody. So Cody will give 5/8 to Ava. So it will be 5/8 multiplied by 65.7%. That will give us 41% to 2 significant figures. Now to work out the amount of money that Cody has remaining, we will do 65.7% minus 41%. That will give us 24.7%. So Cody's remainder of money is 24.7%. So these are your 3 marks. Now to get the final mark, we're trying to work out who has the greatest sum of money. We know that it is Ava. Therefore, Ava receives the most money. So that's your final mark. These are your 4 marks secured. I hope that was useful. Thanks so much for listening. Hello everyone, welcome to Math-Fi. Today we'll be covering the 26th topic for GCSE Higher Maths Paper 2, courtesy of Pressure. Here is an exam style question to go through together. The standard requirements for a new building construction project are 140 megapascals. An air compressor applies a force of 75 newtons to achieve this compaction. Work out the area of the demolished building, 4 marks. I'll show you how to get 4 marks for this question and how to break them down step by step. Before answering this question, I would like you to understand the correct units for pressure. There are 2 units that are being used for pressure: newtons per meter squared or pascals. The most commonly used unit for pressure is newtons per meter squared. Sometimes in the question they may ask in pascals, sometimes the question may ask in newtons per meter squared. So be careful what the question is asking. Make sure you look at the correct units that it's asking for. I don't want you to lose all the marks. Let us answer the question. So we are given 140 megapascals. Remember, 1 pascal is equal to 1 newton per meter squared. So this means that 140 times 10 to the 6 pascals, note that 1 megapascal is 1 times 10 to the power of 6 pascals. Therefore, 140 times 10 to the power of 6 pascals can be converted into 140 times 10 to the power of 6 newtons per meter squared. These are your 2 marks secured. Next, we need to work out area. The only way we can do this is area is equal to force over pressure. Our area is measured in meters squared. Our force is in newtons, so that we have 75 newtons here. Our pressure in newtons per meter squared. So 140 times 10 to the power of 6 newton per meter squared. So that will be your 3rd mark for the correct formula. Now let us work this out. 75 newtons divided by 140 times 10 to the power 6 Newton per meter squared. That will give us our final answer of 5.36 times 10 to the power of minus 7 meters squared. These are your 4 marks secured. I hope that was useful. Thanks so much for listening. Hello everyone, welcome to Math 5. Today we'll be covering the 27th topic for GCSE Higher Maths Paper 2, courtesy of percentage increase. Here is an exam style question to go through together. Pepe's Pepe rice box was initially offered at $7.99 but was subsequently raised to $8.99. What percentage has the price increased? 3 marks. I'll show you how to get 4 marks for this question and how to break them down step by step. The first important step before solving this question is to be able to know the percentage increase formula. So percentage increase is equal to new value, take away original value, divided by original value, multiplied by 100. That's your first mark. Next, we plug in our values. The new value is $8.99, so we'll plug this into the equation. £8.99 minus £7.99 divided by £7.99 multiplied by 100. So that's your second mark. To get the final mark, if we put this in our calculator, that will give us our final answer of 12.5% to 3 significant figures. These are your 3 marks secured. I hope that was useful. Thanks so much for listening. Hello everyone, welcome to Math 5. Today we'll be covering the 28th topic for GCSE Higher Maths Paper 2, courtesy of percentage decrease. Here is an exam style question to go through together. Jeremy wants to buy a Real Madrid home football kit. The original price was £80, however the reduced price is £60. Work out the percentage decrease in the football kit price. 3 marks. I'll show you how to get 4 marks for this question and how to break them down step by step. The first important step when answering this question is to be able to know your percentage decrease formula. So percentage decrease is equal to starting value, take away ending value, divided by starting value, multiplied by 100. That's your first mark. Our starting value is £80 and our ending value is £60. Let's plug this into our formula. £80 minus £60 divided by £80 multiplied by 100. That will give you your second mark. To get the final mark, we plug this into our calculator. That will give us our final answer of 25%. These are your 3 marks secured. I hope that was useful. Thanks so much for listening. Hello everyone, welcome to Math 5. Today we'll be covering the 37th topic for GCSE Higher Maths Paper 2, courtesy of estimation from sample. Here is an exam style question to go through together. Gerald uses his Samsung phone whilst on holiday in Spain. He received 30 minutes of phone calls at 87p per minute. He made 48 minutes of calls at 42p per minute. He also sent 414 messages at 15p per message. Estimate how much would it be the total cost of Gerald using his phone in Spain. 4 marks. I'll show you how to get 4 marks for this question and how to break them down step by step. So the first important step when solving this question is to be able to work out the price for the number of phone calls that he made. And the only way we could do this is 30 multiplied by 90. 90 because we rounded up 87, so that will give us 2700p. That's your first mark. Let's work out for the number of calls. So 48 multiplied by 40 because our 42p will be rounded down. That will give us 1920p. That's your second mark. Next we work out for the number of messages. 414 times 20. 20 because our 15p has been rounded up. And that will give us 8280p. That's your third mark. To get the final mark, we just add all of them together. That will give us 12,900p or £120. So these are your 4 marks secured. I hope that was useful. Thanks so much for listening. Hello everyone, welcome to Math 5. Today we'll be covering the 39th topic for GCSE Higher Maths Paper 2, courtesy of mean. Here is an exam style question to go through together. 89 boys and 83 girls took a GCSE Maths Paper 2 exam. The mean mark for the boys was 82 marks. The mean mark for the girls was 74 marks. Find the mean mark for all 88 students. 3 marks. I'll show you how to get 4 marks for this question and how to break them down step by step. The first important step when solving this question is to work out the total marks for boys. So we need to do 89 multiplied by 82. That will give us 7,298. So that's your first mark. Next, we do the same for girls. 83 multiplied by 74. That will give us 6,142. These are your 2 marks secured already. To get the final mark, now we need to work out the total mean, the mean marks. So we need to do 7,298 plus 6,142 divided by 172. 172 comes from 89 boys plus 83 girls. So that will give us our final answer of 78 marks to 2 significant figures. So these are your 3 marks secured. I hope that was useful. Thanks so much for listening. Hello everyone, welcome to MathFi. Today we'll be covering the 41st topic for GCSE Higher Maths Paper 2, courtesy of expected frequency. Here is an exam style question to go through together. If the dice is rolled 343 times, what will be the expected frequency / expected value of getting a 6? 3 marks. I'll show you how to get 4 marks for this question, how to break them down step by step. The first important step when solving this question is to be able to know your expected frequency formula. Expected frequency is equal to probability multiplied by the number of trials. So we need to work out the probability, which is 1 over 6. And the number of trials is 343 times. So we need to plug in these values into a formula. 1 over 6 multiplied by 343 will give us 57.1666666 and so on. That's your second mark. To get the final mark, we round up our answer, 57.2 to 3 significant figures. These are your 3 marks secured. I hope that was useful. Thanks so much for listening.